everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. My name is Jared. This is Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news, and I just got some inside information. Got a press release that just dropped from Capitol Hill related to House Joint Resolution 44, the disapproval bill of the ATF's pistol brace rule. I told you in a video, I don't even know, everything's blurring together today. I think it was yesterday that the House had come to a screeching halt. There was a revolt, is what it's being called, on the House floor by the House Freedom Caucus. And they, as of this morning, they still were, the leadership couldn't get anything to the floor because there was infighting. And they are holding their ground, the Freedom Caucus, against Speaker McCarthy, because he's gone against the agreement they had related to the debt ceiling and not bringing up the pistol brace rule. So it's so discombobulated that all voting for the rest of the week has been put off till next week while the House cleans up its I guess, disagreements. Well, we just got a press release as a result of today's talking amongst each other, trying to get along. And this comes from the desk of Steve Scalise, who is the House Majority Leader. It says, Scalise, Clyde, Hudson, and supporters released statements on the Pistol Brace Congressional Review Act. Today, Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Representative Andrew Clyde, Representative Richard Hudson, Second Amendment, and veterans advocacy groups issued statements on Rep. Clyde's Congressional Review Act resolution to block the Biden administration's unconstitutional pistol brace rule ahead of its expected vote on the floor next week. Under this rule, pistols with stabilizing brace attachments would be reclassified as short barrel rifles, and gun owners who fail to register their pistols with stabilizing braces with the ATF could face 10 years in jail and hefty fines, $250,000 per incident. Now we have Steve Scalise, who was caught red-handed, as was the leader, holding the debt ceiling over Representative Clyde's head in order to get his resolution to the floor. They were playing politics. They were playing Biden-ish quid pro quo type deals with a constitutional right. We, our groups, our viewers, our friends, our community pushed back hard, and we have their attention. Now they have to take action. This is what Steve Scalise said just moments ago. The Biden administration has unleashed unelected bureaucrats in the ATF to criminalize firearm ownership for millions of Americans. This is an unconstitutional assault on the Second Amendment and another example of President Biden's weaponization of the federal government against hardworking American families. Americans are already seeing this administration attempt to wrap red tape around every aspect of their daily lives, from the cars they drive to the stoves they use. This attempt to penalize firearm ownership is just another example of radical executive overreach. What unalienable rights will the federal government target next? I want to thank Representative Andrew Clyde and Representative Richard Hudson for leading on this important legislation to defend our right to bear arms and to shut down another Biden power grab. House Republicans will always fight to protect the constitutional rights of American families. Funny that now, after the Freedom Caucus brought everything to a screeching halt, now they are in favor of this bill. Isn't that funny? Good work, by the way. Again, good work, y'all, for making the calls, sending the emails, staying on their asses. Let's hear what our friend Representative Clyde had to say today as well. After finalizing its pistol stabilizing brace rule in January, the weaponized ATF proved it has zero fidelity to the U.S. Constitution. This unlawful rule flagrantly violates both American Second Amendment rights and Congress's sole legislative authority by using executive fiat to turn millions of law-abiding gun owners, including many service-disabled veterans, into criminals for simply attaching a piece of plastic to their firearm. As a staunch advocate for our God-given Second Amendment freedoms, I am fighting this tyranny in Congress through my resolution, House Joint Resolution 44, which blocks the ATF's unconstitutional rule, impedes the Biden administration's shameless government overreach, and protects Americans' constitutional right to keep and bear arms. I thank Rep. Richard Hudson for co-leading this vital effort with me, and I applaud leadership for their commitment to bring House Joint Resolution 44 to the House floor for a vote next week. By passing this critical legislation next Tuesday, we will send a strong message to both the judicial system and the nation that Congress firmly rejects the ATF pistol stabilizing brace rule. Now again, I want to thank Gun Owners of America. They were the first to work with Clyde to get this in writing and to get this passed. They have done the stalwarts work. They have done a ton of work on this. They've stayed at it. And speaking of GOA, the Senior Vice President of Gun Owners of America, my friend Eric Pratt, said this: GOA is incredibly supportive of this effort by Majority Leader Scalise to vote on Rep. Clyde's bill to block the draconian Biden pistol brace rule. ATF far exceeded their authority with this rulemaking, and it's critical that Congress send this message to the President and the courts. Otherwise, the Biden ATF will continue to weaponize the outdated National Firearms Act to arbitrarily change definitions and attack supporters of the Second Amendment. I have tried to get a lot of people involved in the grassroots effort, making phone calls and reaching out and holding their representatives accountable. And this team, guys and gals, has come together, and we're going to vote next Tuesday. So this is a little bit of a victory on our end, on we the people's end, holding the swamp creatures accountable. Now, Tuesday, I expect it to pass the House. If I can get a time, I will cover it live on my channel. Also, this will be sent to the Senate. It can be forced to the floor for a vote. Needs a simple majority, might not get it, but to have the House of Representatives come out against this is huge going forward. We don't necessarily need Biden's signature to make this pawn work wonders going forward. So I wanted to bring this to you. It's breaking and just came out. We have pushed the swamp creatures into a corner and forced them to do their job. Amazing. Guys and gals, thank you for your efforts. Please don't stop. Do not stop. Because with us pulling together, we cannot be stopped in more ways than one. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.